right, so first impressions of the Elektron Digitone Keys. I've only had it for a very short amount of time, and there's a couple things that are not fully functional on it yet because it is a pre-release unit, but there is a lot of great stuff to talk about here. Build-wise, it's the quality that you would expect from Elektron. This is a metal, not a plastic housing, and it's like surprisingly heavy. The Digitone part of the equation is pretty much a Digitone if you're familiar with the Digitone. If you're not, I have a full video on that on my main channel. The major thing they've added though is individual stereo outs for the 4 tracks. And then of course for the Digitone Keys, they've expanded the unit into this keyboard. It's 3 octaves. There are 8 dedicated knobs up here for the main synthesizer settings, but there's also a user assigned mode so you can set all of those to whatever you want. I think they've done something really clever with the pitch and mod wheels that I haven't seen before, and I think should just be a standard thing with synthesizers, where underneath the wheels, there is a button. You hold that down and then turn the parameter that you want it to affect to the amount that you want it to affect, and then that sets that modulation. And they let you do that with the pitch wheel as well, so it doesn't have to just control pitch, but it can be a bipolar modulation wheel. So the mod wheel kind of goes from 0 to 100, and of course, as you probably know, the pitch wheel rests in the middle and can go up or down and snaps back to the middle, so that's sort of your resting point, and you can have a positive or a negative modulation. That's super cool. You've got these octave transpose keys underneath there. There's also this section up here that I won't get into because most of it is not quite functional in the pre-release firmware that I have. I think the main thing here is that Elektron have made the Digitone a really performable instrument now. So this is something that maybe you could take on stage with you if you want to play the keys with the huge flexible range of sounds that the Digitone offers, or even just for like using this as a workstation and recording your sequences. The keys are way better to play certain kinds of musical material than these little smaller non-keyboard keys. And if you saw my video on the original Digitone, you might remember I hooked up a keyboard controller to the Digitone because I did want to be able to play it. You've got 8-note polyphony and all these beautiful sounds. So if you like the Digitone but wanted a more performable version of it without having to set that all up in a separate controller, I think it's a beautiful execution for that kind of use case. And if you didn't like the Digitone, I don't know why you're watching this video. It's the Digitone still. I hope this answers any initial questions you may have had about the Digitone Keys. As I said, some of the stuff hasn't been fully implemented in this pre-release version, but for launch, which is today, it should all be there. I'll just end this video by playing a few sounds, but thank you to Elektron for sending this over for me to check out, and thanks for watching. Hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think.